Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 7.2. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this question, we have the 3D model, top view, front view, detail A and detail B. My preference is to focus on the top view. I'm going to make a simple square shape and then extrude that to make the base of the geometry. Then after that, I will focus on making a cutout here on a corner side of the geometry. And then finally, I will focus on making this semispherical shape and the pattern in this geometry. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch and choose top plane. Now here, I need a simple rectangle. Click on rectangle command and choose center rectangle. And let's make a rectangle here. According to the top view, we need 264 millimeter length and 246 height. Now, looking at detail B, you can see that the thickness of this part should be 5 millimeters. So click on feature, click on extrude bus, change the direction and change the thickness to 5 millimeter. Now let's add some fillet to this geometry. Click on feature, click on fillet command. On the top right corner, we need a 35 millimeter fillet. So fillet here should be 35 millimeter. We also need 18 millimeter fillet on these corners. So I click on fillet command and I change this number to 18. Then I select this corner, and finally this one. Click on OK, and that's it. Okay, so now that we have base of the geometry, we can focus on making a cutout in the corner side of the geometry. Click on sketch, and choose this top surface. Here, click on line command and let's make a rough sketch. I'm gonna make a sketch here, something like this. Looking at the top view, you can see that it seems like that this arc and this arc, they're both concentric, but we don't have any sort of indication specifically mentioning this on the geometry. So for now, I'm not going to apply that relation. We'll add some dimensions and we see if we can fully define this geometry or not. If we cannot, then I'm going to take advantage of that assumption to make geometry fully defined. So for now, let's add some dimensions and relations. We have tangency here, 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 and here, which is good. Let's add some dimensions. Click on the smart dimension. The radius of this arc should be 26 millimeter. Radius of this arc should be 16 millimeter. Width of this top section is 18 millimeter. Because we have a symmetric geometry here, I'm assuming this width should be also 18 millimeter. Now, according to detail A, distance between this line and center point of this arc, which is this point, should be 22 millimeter. Same as before, because of the symmetric geometry, I'm going to apply the same dimension to here. So this should be 22 millimeter. And now, as you can see, we added all possible dimensions. However, the geometry is not fully defined. So it's time to assume that this curve and this one are concentric. So click on both of these curves and choose concentric. And now you can see that the geometry is fully defined. That's great. Now you can click on feature, click on extrude cut, and you can cut this part of the geometry. The thickness 5 millimeter is good. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's a cutout in this geometry. Now we need 5 millimeter fillet. So click on fillet command, change the radius to 5, and select this corner. This one, and last one. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's a cutout that we needed in this geometry. Next step is to focus on making semispherical features. If you look at the geometry, we have so many of that features. Of course, we're not going to make all of them. We just make one, and then we will use linear pattern to make rest of features. In order to make that feature, I'm going to focus on a feature which is on this corner. To make that feature, I'm planning to use revolve bus command. For making a geometry with revolve bus command, you need to have axis of rotation and you need to have a 2D sketch. First, let's make axis of rotation. Because the center of that semispherical shape is right on the center point of this corner, I'm going to make axis of rotation right here. In order to make axis of rotation, you can simply make a sketch and use center line, or there is a faster option. You can click on feature, you can click on reference geometry drop down menu, and you know plane and how to create plane. This time I'm going to use axis, and I'm going to show you how to use axis command. Click on it. In order to make axis, you have multiple options. The easiest one for this case is using cylindrical surface. You can see that the fourth option is cylindrical surface. Click on it. And to use this, you just need to simply click on a cylindrical surface. And in this case, this is the surface that I need. Click on it. And now you can see that SolidWorks automatically created axis right at the center point of this cylindrical surface. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's the axis of rotation that we need. Grab this point to extend it so you can see it better. Of course, the other option was to make a plane and then use center line to make this axis. Whichever works for you. I just wanted to show you how to use axis command. Next step is to make a 2D sketch. In order to make a 2D sketch, we need a plane. So from feature, click on reference geometry and click on plane. In order to make a plane, I need two references. The first one for me is this surface, and the second one is this axis. And now you can see this is a plane. Of course, I can use this plane, but I want to rotate it. So I want this plane to be parallel to the blue surface. So take a look at this part, which is related to the blue surface, and instead of perpendicular, I'm going to choose parallel. And now this is a plane I need. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's a plane. Now we can make a sketch on this plane. Click on a sketch, click on a sketch, and click on arc command. Put the center point of the arc right on the axis and make an arc shape like this. Click on line command and let's close this arc. According to detail B, the radius of the arc should be 15 mm. And the height of the arc is 4 mm. And now we have a fully defined sketch. We are ready to use revolve bus command. Click on feature, click on revolve bus. For the axis of rotation, choose this axis. And now you can see the preview. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's the feature that we need. Now that we have this feature, let's click on axis and hide it. And let's click on a plane and hide it. We don't need these features anymore. Okay, so now I have one feature. It's time to make more. In order to do this, click on feature, click on linear pattern. For direction 1, I'm selecting this edge. For the feature and face, click on a box and from the drop down menu, choose revolve. And now you can see the preview. For direction 1, we need to change the distance to 30 mm and the quantity 8 is correct. So this is good. For direction 2, click on this edge and again change the distance to 30 mm and now you can see the preview. The only problem is that we are going to make pattern right on this cutout and there should be a way to avoid this. Fortunately, SolidWorks has this feature in linear pattern command. If you look at this command, you can see that there is a tab here, instances to skip. Click on it. And now you can see these pink marks. So basically here, SolidWorks allows you to skip some of these instances. So what I can do, I can click on this point, and this point. So I'm going to skip 3 points. And now you can see the preview. Click on OK, and that's the final geometry. Now you can see that we have the pattern. Last step is to make small features like fillet. we need 1.5 millimeter fillet here and here. So click on fillet command, change the radius to 1.5 millimeter, and then click on this edge, click on this edge, and click on OK. So that's the final geometry. We made the base of the geometry, we made the cutout, and we made all those semi-spherical features. Now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and check the volume. In the question, you can see the volume here. The total volume is 334,754 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties. And here you can see the volume. The total volume for our model is 334,753.8 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in the question, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Rusbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.